What's good, guys? So, before I start, I want to thank you guys for looking at my YouTube channel. If you guys like my content, don't forget to subscribe and like. What we're going to do today is basically look at PvP poke basically, and IV rank checker on Go Stadium GG, and how to build a team for the Great League, Ultra League, and Master League, and all the other cups that you guys want to do. So we start with PV Poke. So we go on this website, pvpoke.com, and basically it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different options for you to look at. And down here is just the articles and everything. But basically, what I do is I go on rankings, and for right now, we are on the Ultra League. So I will look in Ultra League, and I already have a team set up. And I don't Ultra League without anything else is basically open Ultra League. So it allows you to have legendary Pokemons if you wanted to utilize them, but also your opponent can also utilize legendary Pokemon. But I like using Premier Cup for Ultra League, as some of my legendary Pokemons are not powered up yet. And this rankings are based on how many people have been using each Pokemon so far. So right now is Stunfisk Galarian XL. So it's not only the amount of people that have been using it, but also the simulation that allows it to see the performance of the Pokemon. So for Galarian Stunfisk XL, it's basically a really good a Pokemon that you guys can see. And then we have Jellicent, Swampert, Machamp, and Mandibuzz. So most of the top Pokemons are in XL version. And if we take away this button over here, these are the non-XL versions, and most of them are actually the counters for the XL Pokemons. So Machamp, for example, is a counter for the top Pokemon, Stunfisk Galarian, which is pretty weak to fighting. I think double, since it's steel and rock. And if we go to how I looked in this one, we can actually see the preferences that people use, and we can actually see the key wins for each one. So key wins for Stunfisk is Ampharos, Togekiss, Dragonite, Gyarados, and Polion, but the losses are pretty close. It's Venusaur, Charizard, Swampert, Gallade, and Lapras. And then all of this, it's all dependent on your IV rankings as well. So, oh, it is steel and ground, sorry, not rock. Yeah, because he has earthquake. um, yeah, so the weaknesses here is fighting, fire, ground, and water. And these are all the resistances, for example. So for Ultra League, you can actually look at the rankings. And if you wanted to build, you click on Team Builder. And what happens is if you go on Team Builder, you can choose the appropriate cup that you're using. So I'm using Premier Cup, like I said. And I will show you guys what I'm probably going to be running. Is Gallade as lead, Snorlax as a safe swap, and Swampert at the back. And I've actually not used this as of yet, because yesterday Ultra League did happen. I actually have Alolan Marowak instead of Snorlax right now, because I'm waiting to get more charge TMs for my to get Snorlax out. So it had this overview, and this overview actually evaluates the team that I've compiled. So if I look at Gallade, Snorlax, and Swampert, overall it says the coverage is at C, because it covers most top meta threats. The team bulk is pretty average, because Gallade is pretty glassy, does not have that much health points, and as well safety and consistency is actually really good since it's A, because like I said, Gallade, you can check the PvP Pokemon and its weakness is Fairy, for example, or Flying and whatnot. So I can say swap to Snorlax and basically try and lick it down and use Body Slam or Superpower, because Snorlax is basically a very good tank. It absorbs a lot of energy from different types of Pokemon, except for Machamp. Actually, yeah, for Machop too as well. So I do have Swampert as well at the back. And here it says all the like meta scorecards and everything. It explores how the top ranked Pokemons match up with my squad. So if it's an X, for example, and they have Machamp, so here if it's a small X, basically Gallade wins against Machamp. But if Machamp faces a Snorlax, a circle means is a very close win for Machamp. And if it's a big X like this, Surfetched gets destroyed by Gallade, for example, because the confusions are too much for Surfetched to handle. Yeah, so those are examples and whatnot. And then we go to the alternatives. Sorry, here, potential threats and that are for the Pokemon. Is Honchkrow, Meganium, Tangrowth, Mandibuzz. So these five right here do have play against all three of my Pokemon. So when it's a circle, that means all five of these Pokemons can potentially beat my Pokemons depending on how many shields I have and how many shields they have. So I do have to look out for these five Pokemons when I face them. It does have a threat score of 649. So all of this you'll see when you build your team. And what I like about PvPoke is that they give you alternatives to try and defeat your weaknesses. So for example, the Pokemon below have the best overall matchup against this team's potential threat. Results are taken from 0 and to 1 shield simulation. So if I wanted to, I can, instead of Snorlax, for example, I can get a Surfetched. So if I add a Surfetched on the top, get rid of the Snorlax, I can rate it again and then see how that will go. Because Surfetched is it's actually really good. But it all depends on how you play it, how you shield it, and also how you bait different types of Pokemon. So here, my bulk is extremely weak because all my Pokemons aren't really that, like, they don't really have that much health points. So yeah, so it all depends on how you play with it. Yeah, so like I said, I do like Snorlax instead. So that's the way I like it. And if you wanted to check your Pokemon rankings, you can go here. And this is pretty extensive. It's stadiumgaming.gg /rank checker. All of it in the description down below. I'll show it to you guys how everything is done. Just click on the link and then you're good. So let's say we look at Machamp real quick. And let's say it was a best friend trade and it was not lucky. And it's for the Ultra League. And let's say you wanted to best buddy boost it. Actually, let's look at it as level 40, for example. So let's say these are the numbers, 5, 14, and 11. It says here it's rank 77. But let's say we want to boost it, best buddy boost it with one more XL candy. It's also the same, rank 77. Let's say if we go to level 50 and then see. So it's all the same. But sometimes some of the Pokemons have different rankings depending on how much XL candy you put. So one thing before I go is, I'll show you guys, is what I have for Medicham is actually very high IV on it, and I got it as a wild catch. And on my Great League, for level 40, if I just leave it to level 40, he is actually rank 6. But if I keep buddy boosting it, so I did put XL candies on this one, it is rank 6 if it's level 41 best buddy. If I rank it all the way up to level 50, it becomes 326 ranking, depending on the other Medichams that are the best. So you do have to look out for this one. 96.84% is still pretty good. It's still above 96%, so it's still I mean, it's still viable anyways. The Medicham will be at a very high potential. So yeah, so this is how you basically look at different types of builds for Pokemon and how you build a team. All right, guys, talk to you guys later. Bye.